Iranian activist and journalist Sepideh Gholian, who was released on Wednesday after over 4 years behind bars, appears to have been immediately re-arrested. A video appears to show her leaving the notorious Evin Prison. She's without a headscarf, chanting anti-regime slogans. I'm joined now from Cologne, Germany, by Mariam Claren. Her mother, Nahid Taghavi, who was a dual German and Iranian citizenship, is imprisoned in Iran and was a fellow inmate of Sepideh Gholian in the notorious prison. Mariam, thanks for joining us on DW. Do you have any more information on the whereabouts of Sepideh Gholian following her release from prison?
Fortunately, we are all in limbo and we don't know what is going on. As you mentioned, Sepideh was released after 4 years and 7 months in prison yesterday afternoon. She and her family spent a few hours in Tehran, in the capital city, and then they go to the car and wanted to drive to their hometown, which is about 8 car drive hours far from Tehran. And after a 3-hour ride, it was almost midnight in Iran. Suddenly, it said 10 cars of the security forces came. They surrounded the cars of Sepideh's family. There was 3 cars with Sepideh's family, and Sepideh was sitting in the first car with her brother, and they took Sepideh with them, and they took the mobile devices of the family with them. And it is said that 2 random people who saw this scene started filming, and these guys were also arrested. And it's a very concerning situation because even under the brutal crackdowns and answers to political prisoners, which the regime does since decades, this is something which I haven't seen so far, that someone is released and about 8 hours later, 6 hours later, she is rearrested. We have no sign of life of Sepideh Gholian. We don't know where Sepideh is, and unfortunately, Thursday and Friday is in Iran, like Saturday and Sunday in Europe, so the family cannot follow up. So I think we have to wait until Saturday. I assume that they rearrested her because of her chantings in front of Evin Prison and being without her headscarf.
Right.
This is something what we accepted from Sepideh because she's a fighter.
What are the conditions in Iranian jails for women activists like your mother and for Sepideh Gholian?
The conditions in Iran's prisons for political prisoners are horrible. In the beginning of the detention, they are always held in isolation sections, in solitary confinement. They are tortured and interrogated for months. And once they have got a sentence in a show trial, they usually get transferred to the general ward. In Evin Prison, it's a ward where about 30 women are being held, all political prisoners, and it's also called the Evin University because it's really the best of the best who are spending their life there. In Sepideh's case, I need to add that Sepideh was transferred during her almost 5 years in prison, a lot of times to other prisons where she was with women who were convicted to murder or drug-related charges. So she was always also threatened by other prisoners.
Mariam Claren in Cologne, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.